Kenny is a 16-year-old male and a sophomore in high school. Kenny has Down syndrome, a moderate intellectual developmental disability. He lives with his mom and dad in a suburban home and has a brother that lives at college 4 hours away. Kenny was born with atrioventricular septal defect, but it was corrected surgically as an infant. Kenny's valued occupations are having the role of being a brother. When his brother was in high school, he would support him at all of his basketball games. And when his brother comes home from college, they always watch NBA games on TV. Also, Kenny's role of being a student. He plans to continue his education after high school and attend a community college program in 2 years. Kenny's overall goal for treatment is to join a unified sports basketball team, so when his brother comes home from college, he could watch him play. This treatment plan will take place in an outpatient clinic, and Kenny was referred by his pediatrician. Kenny's bottoms are decreased strength, he is deconditioned, he has decreased coordination, he has decreased grip strength, and he has low muscle tone, joint instability, and limited attention. The frame of reference used in the evaluation stage was the model of human occupation. It looked at Kenny's 3 subsystems, including the volition subsystem, which looked at Kenny's interest in playing basketball with his brother and his decreased confidence in doing so. It also looked at his habitual subsystem, which looked at the role he had as a brother and a student, and the habits he had of a sedentary lifestyle that interfered with being active. It also looked at his performance capacity, which referred to Kenny's musculoskeletal, neurological, cardiopulmonary, and cognitive abilities. Since he had low musculature and cardiac health, these all play major factors. All of these subsystems will be considered to determine Kenny's meaningful occupations. During the intervention stage, we also looked at the model of human occupation, which addressed Kenny's strengths, including his volition and drive to obtain the role of being a basketball player, and his barriers of performance capacity. We also included the biomechanical frame of reference, which focused the intervention on the prioritized bottoms, which are decreased strength and low muscle tone. These will be remediated with strengthening and endurance training. The assessments looked at were the COPUM, which addressed Kenny's occupation in self-care, leisure, and productivity. There was also a manual muscle test performed to assess the degree of muscle strength. There was also an informal parental interview to understand their wants and needs for Kenny, and the questions elicited his strengths and weaknesses. Approaches used in this treatment plan will include the establish and restore approach, which will remediate Kenny's skills of decreased strength and endurance. The create and promote approach will promote a new habit of an exercise program to promote health across the lifespan. The prevent approach will prevent any deterioration of the performance capacity subsystem, and the modify approach will be providing Kenny with cues or limiting certain features of an activity so he can increase function. During this treatment plan video, you will see 2 preparatory activities demonstrated, one including a 10-minute exercise on a stationary bike. Kenny will perform this at the beginning of every treatment session. This cardiovascular exercise will help Kenny regularly build gains in endurance, which he needs to play basketball. Studies show that 30 minutes of cardiovascular exercise 3 times a week show significant gains for individuals with Down syndrome. The next activity we'll be looking at is an upper extremity and lower extremity interactive resistance band exercise. This is aimed to build strength, increase grip strength, and improve muscle tone and joint stability so Kenny can succeed in playing basketball. It will also include an interactive component to keep Kenny interested, motivated, and engaged. These exercises will decrease the chance of a dislocation or a subluxation because strengthening the muscles around a joint create a stronger joint capsule. Muscle strengthening exercises also help with tone in individuals with Down syndrome. Hey Kenny, how have you been doing?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
I'm good. How has school been this past week?
It's been difficult. I've had a lot of homework, but getting through it.
Alright, it's good to take that time to make sure you're doing your homework. Have you had time to do the home exercise program? I know I gave that to you a couple weeks ago. We've been supposed to be doing that every week.
Yeah, I did it every week, a couple times a week. I've been sore a couple times, but I feel better after doing it for so many times.
Okay, awesome. And that's definitely going to help you with playing basketball. It's going to increase that strength and endurance so you could run all the time, dribble down the court, shoot, and be a good teammate.
Great.
So, to work on that today, we're going to continue strengthening and doing endurance. So today we're going to be doing a resisted band exercise, which we've been doing at a couple of our sessions, if you remember.
Right, yes.
But what's going to be different this time is we're going to amp it up a little bit, so it's going to get a little harder, and we're going to use the blue resistive bands rather than the red ones we've been using before. So it's going to be a little bit harder, but I think you can handle it. So we're going to do 3 exercises. But before we do that, I want you to work on your endurance, which we've been doing at the beginning of every session.
Okay.
So we're going to hop on the exercise bike. You remember that?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go hop on that. We're going to do that for 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then we'll take a little rest, and then we'll start the program, okay?
Okay.
Sounds good. All right, Kenny, you can come on and sit on the bike.
Okay.
Do you remember how it works? We're going to get our feet in the straps,
Yep.
Put them on nice and tight, not too tight.
Okay.
Feels good?
Yep.
All right, so you can start pedaling. And then, how's that resistance feel?
I can go a little higher.
Okay, put that up.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, and remember, we're going to do this for 10 minutes. Has it been getting easier as you've been doing it?
Yeah, I feel like I can increase the resistance more every week.
That's good. That's awesome. So as you remember, we've been doing this bike in the beginning of every session, so we're building endurance. So when we started, we couldn't go as long, we couldn't do as high resistance, and now that we're progressing, we're able to do longer time and for the more resistance. Okay. So this is going to translate for when you start playing games that are an hour long.
Okay.
Cool?
Yep.
All right. You want me to put on some music while you bike?
Sure.
All right. Sounds good. All right. How's that bike ride?
Good.
Yeah, you feel good?
Yep.
Did you get a nice rest? Did you get a water break?
Yes.
Okay, good. That's always important after you exercise. You got to replenish yourself with some water. Okay. So now we're going to start our resisted band exercises. Do you remember them from the last couple of times we did them?
For the most part.
Okay. So what we're going to do, I'm still going to demonstrate them for you.
Okay.
And then you're going to practice a couple times, and then we'll go through them.
Okay.
We have the mirror here, so you can practice in front of the mirror. By doing that, it helps your body memorize what the muscle movements you're doing, okay?
Okay.
All right, so let's get started with the ball throws. We're going to grab our resistant band and then the basketball.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, we have the nice long strand. We're going to step on the end of it, make sure it's secure so it doesn't come back and hit you. You don't want that. And then we're going to tie a knot here, so we have a little loop.
Okay.
Okay? We're going to put our wrist through the loop, make sure it doesn't hurt, so you're going to put it right past the joint.
Okay.
And then we're going to grab the ball with both hands, squat down, lift up, squat, and slam. Okay?
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
Got any questions?
Nope.
Okay. So I'm going to have you practice like 1 or 2 times just so I can make sure you have a good form. And then we're going to go ahead and do 3 sets of 10, okay?
Okay.
And you're going to let me know how you're feeling.
Okay.
So we could either make it easier or make it harder depending on how you're doing with it, okay?
Okay.
Good. Make sure you're keeping those knees soft. Keep them bent. Good. All right. That was good. Felt good?
Yeah, felt good.
Wasn't too hard, wasn't too easy.
Nope.
Just right.
Just
All right, perfect. So now we're going to do 3 sets of 10.
3 sets.
Okay?
Okay.
Ready? And then we're going to switch sides in between.
Okay.
Sound good? Good. Try to release the ball a little bit sooner. Keeping count.
Yep. 6.
How about we count out loud?
7, 8, 9, 10.
Perfect. Still feeling good?
Yep.
Got a little tired, a little sweat going?
Yes.
Nice, that's what we want. All right, now we're going to switch arms. Want to make sure both sides are getting the workout. Good. Keep the knees bent and going down.
3,
Good. Count out
4.
loud.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Nice. You got a good workout in.
Yes.
Okay, so you did great with that first exercise. You're still feeling good?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. For the next one we're going to do is sidestepping and a chest pass. Do you remember the chest passes from the terminology we went over?
Yes.
Okay, good. You want to show me a little demonstration? Perfect. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate it first. We're going to use this band. We're going to put it right above our knees, so it's going around our thighs. And then I'm going to grab the ball. You could be my assistant for this one. And what I want you to do, you're not dragging your feet. You're stepping with your feet, okay? And you're kind of getting in a squat stance.
Okay.
Right? Just like if you're playing in the game.
Okay.
Okay, so stand back a little. And then let's first go this way, and then we'll go back that way. Okay? Ready? Okay. Think you're ready?
Yep.
You might want to just grab onto an edge while you put it on so you don't lose your balance. Like I did. Let's start in front of the mirror so you can see yourself. Make sure you're getting the right form. Good. Keep that chest up so you don't want to strain your back. Okay, ready? We're going to go this way 5 times and then back this way 5 times. Okay?
Okay. 3, 4, 5.
Okay, back this way. Ready?
2, 3, 4, 5.
Good. How does that feel?
Good.
Okay, let's go on a little bit faster pace now. You think you can handle that?
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, let's go back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, good. Alright, how'd you do with that last one? I thought you did really well.
Good.
You felt good?
Yes.
Alright, those skills look almost ready to be on basketball team.
I hope so.
Alright, so for the next one, we're going to do my favorite.
Okay.
It's called the monster walk.
Okay.
So we act like monsters. Pretty cool, right?
Very cool.
Okay. So we're going to put the band in the same spot. We're going to put it right past our knees, on our thighs, right here. I'm going to show you first, and then I'm going to show you without the dribbling first, and then with the dribbling, because the dribbling adds a little extra component. It's a little bit harder, okay?
Okay.
So you hold on to the ball. I'll just show you this way first. Okay, so you're just going to bring your foot out. Make sure you're stepping, not dragging. And you're going to keep your chest up. Okay, and now pass me the ball. Now we're going to add in dribbling. You remember dribbling, that skill?
Yes.
How you been feeling with it?
Okay.
All right, so this will be a good chance to practice. So it's a little bit of multitasking, okay?
Okay.
Bring your foot out.
Okay.
You feel good with that?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, let's first practice the walk. Good positioning. Swing those legs out. Perfect. Good. Feel ready to do it with dribbling?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Let's go down and back 3 times, okay?
Okay.
Good job. Everything's looking great. One more time. So feeling good?
Yep.
Alright, good. Felt good?
Yep.
The dribbling skill is looking amazing. I think anyone that's on your basketball team is going to be very happy to have you.
I hope so.
Alright, so how do you feel after those exercises today? You worked really hard.
Good. Tired.
Yeah, you should be after all of that. So I think you did excellent today. I'm really proud of how far you've been coming. I think all of the skill you've been building in here is going to translate so well to when you're playing basketball. And that's going to be awesome because then you have your whole family come and watch you. You could be a part of a team, which is going to be really fun.
Yeah.
So with all the hard work today, I do want you to take a break tomorrow from the exercise program.
Okay.
You could resume it the next day, okay?
Okay.
So make sure you drink a lot of fluids and stretch when you get home. So I think that's it.
Cool.
What do you think? You did.
Did okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now we're going to go out and talk to your mom, okay?
Yep.
And update her on all the progress you made because I think she'll be really proud too.
I hope so.
Sound good? All right, let's go.